Hey YouTube, Tooty back. This is a pretty lengthy pickup. It's got gifts, we've got pickups, we've got fucking eBay, we've got all sorts of shit, and we've got beer. So yeah, grab a brew, whatever you like, because it could be a long one. And I haven't done a long video in a while, to be fair. No car boots this week, so thought, why not? Because this is just a crude, ridiculously, and I've got a really cracking deal at the end, which I'll probably leave till last, but there's loads of good deals all the way through this. So first things first, as I normally do, actually as I don't normally do, and that's to thank all the new subs, because yeah, I'm pushing that 1,000 mark. I didn't really realise, I can't remember who said it, someone mentioned it. Novabug, Chris. So yeah, I mean check Chris out anyways. It was a right quirky GX4000 nerd. But yeah, I don't really pay a great deal of attention to subs. I mean, when people sub me, I always pop on their channel and say thanks and check out if there's any videos that I want to watch and stuff like that. I'm going to focus there. But yeah, all you guys, honestly, bang on. Thanks a lot. Really do appreciate that. So again, like I say, let me do the gifts and trades with the fellow tubers. So a few bits. Well, one absolutely belting gift, and a subsequent fucking awesome well, purchase really. If I end up looking up that way, it's because the football's on in the background. But I want to get this video made for you guys, because otherwise it'll just get, it'll be even longer than it probably already will be. So, gifts. This has been gifted by a fellow YouTuber. I wasn't expecting this at all. So as you all know, I picked up a PC Engine Duo R a couple of weeks back now, and I love it. I mean, I must admit, absolutely belting machine. This YouTuber messaged me, said, I've got something for you, send me your details, blah blah blah. I was like, mate, look, if you want anything for it, etc. He says, no, it's a gift. So it's come through, and to be fair, I mean, the PC Engine, you can get, you know, in terms of the quality of the games and the cost of the games, it's like any system, they all fluctuate. You know, you've got ups, you've got your top end, you've got your middles, and you've got your literally, you know, like your shelf fodder. And I had none. I had like very little few games. You've seen most of them, well, you've seen all of them so far. So any game is a bonus, because I haven't got any. So I thought, anything's for free, I'm not going to turn it down. What he sent me is fucking, it's unreal. It's unreal. So this is from Dow, the retro Godfather. I thought it was the retro game Godfather there, but he is the retro Godfather. Check Dow's channel out. He doesn't come on cam, but trust me, this guy he's one of these people that I put in the same bracket as Retro Dave, Jay Cybersnake, people like that. They're not like me. They don't collect all manner of shit or crap. They are very specific. They are very focused, and the stuff they have is, it's. I would love to be that intricate in what I collect, because they are. They know their shit, right? So Dow falls into that category as far as I'm concerned. He was probably one of the first people that, when I watched his room tour, I was like, fucking hell, that is, the stuff's immaculate. So anyway, I digress. The note from Dow. Hello Stu mate, had 2 copies of this game and just thought of you. Just thought you might get some enjoyment from it. Smiley face. It's a good game, Stu, enjoy. Dow, the retro Godfather. I mean, he's fucking, he can't be a bloke, because that handwriting's too neat. So what Dow sent me, and he sent me a little Brucey as well, which I'm not even sure who this is, what franchise is this from. The kids have been fighting over this, but none of them are having it. He sent like a little keyring thing, and I'm trying to work what it looks like. One of the SD Gundam type series. It's a little keyring. So they all wanted it anyway, but they're not having it. 1999 China. Banpresto. Don't know. I think it's a Gundam. I think it must be a Gundam character. But the game he sent me, and I'm going to butcher this name, it's Dine Pestu Custom, which I think translates to Twin Cobra. Let me check that out. It's in a little squidgy seal. Why he's got 2 copies of this, I'm guessing he's bought them in a bundle. But fucking, I mean, look, this is Dow quality. Absolutely bouting. Little bubble wrap. So in a minute, NBA tournament edition's going for a fucking Burton. I can tell you, this bad boy's going on. Dow. Like I said to you, mate, I owe you. I don't think he's going to Blackpool. I'm pretty sure he says he's not going, which is a real shame. Dow's a top lad. I know there's tubers that have met him. He carries a T-virus ordinarily to most events and inflicts it on everyone else. But please check Dal out. Honestly, you won't be disappointed. He's not like me. He doesn't churn shit fucking crap out week on week. He's very specific, he's very sort of dedicated and very, you know, quality orientated. I say, unlike myself. But please go and check him out. He's an awesome guy, Right. Sticking with that theme, again, I mean, the community never ceases to amaze me. You could sort of do a video, and you think, there'll be a few people that watch it, and there's always a sort of undercurrent of people that you don't really realise watch your videos. I noticed that a few times. Someone did a video and they thought, oh, and they made a comment, and then the person who did the video said, I didn't even realise you watch my videos. And just because people don't comment doesn't mean to say they don't watch them. I watch loads of channels, but unless I've got something valid to say or something funny, which never really happens, I don't tend to comment, but I do watch. And this is a case in point here. Now, I can't remember what happened with this. I'm sure he sort of said, oh, I thought I was subbed to your channel. And a few people have done that, and I've done it myself as well, where, do you know when someone likes something and you think, oh, I watched that, especially if it comes up in your feed, and you start watching it and it says subscribe, and you think, oh, subscribe to that. But what you inadvertently do is unsubscribe. Junior at Kalima, they're the exact same thing. I mean, the guys were like, oh, sorry, dude, we unsubbed you, and this kind of, I didn't realise. Fucking did it loads of times. Mikey C did it. He resubbed me. I thought, oh, cheers for the resub. He's like, but I didn't know I unsubbed. And I think that's what the problem is. When you put your cursor over it, it says subscribe, but what you don't realise is what you actually, it doesn't tell you that you subscribed. It's fucking Google fucking everything up again. So I think this chap was a case in point again. I'm half cut, lads, so you have to, you know, just ignore me. This is from Sean, Horatio Van Basten. A lot of you know this. I did a deal with Sean ages ago. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure he said to me, oh, I thought I was subbed to you, but I don't know what happened with that one. I could be talking complete bollocks and getting really, really confused with stuff, which invariably happens. So, Sean contacted me anyway. He said, look, I've got these bits. Are you interested? Have you got out to trade? He was after a PSP. I said, yeah, I've got a PSP. Sent me details. He went, no, you twat. I want one that's got a TV out. I was like, oh, shit. I got confused because I think it's a 3000 model that has a TV out, but the ones I had was a 1003 model, 1300. I said, look, they got 1s and 3s in them. Surely that's enough. But obviously not. Not quite what Sean wanted, yeah, understandably. So, Sean had a number of games that I was interested in, funnily enough, for the PC Engine. We went back and forth a little bit, and I think it was apparent that, again, I think Sean's one of these very particular collectors, and quite rightly so. So I said, well, look, what do you want from cash-wise? What do you want? And he goes, and it's quite funny because he said in his little note here, and I'll read it out to you. Stu, to UK, enjoy the games, mate. Sorry that we couldn't sort a trade out, as I know you don't like parting with hard cash. Little wink. I'll keep you in mind for any more doubles I pick up, and if you find a PSP, let me know. Cheers, Sean, Horatio Van Basten. And he's quite right. I'm a tight bastard. I don't care to admit it. But when a deal's a deal, I'll snap it up. And when Sean said these are the games he's got, now I'm no expert on PC Engine. Okay, so I'm learning as I go along. I think John, one MSX to go, he offered me a game, which I'm guessing would have been a really good deal. But because I don't know the PC Engine, John, I was like, oh, you know, it probably is, but from what I'm looking at, for that amount of money, I could probably get a couple of games that I haven't got yet. So I do appreciate that, John, honestly. But again, so what Sean sort of said to me was, I've got these games, this is what I'm after, are you interested? So I had a quick look online, thought, fucking hell yeah. For what I could see, I didn't know anything about them per se. And I didn't realise they were being sent in this either. So they come through. The envelope, the Jiffy bag was torn open. I thought, oh fucking hell, no. But luckily enough, the way what Sean sent me, and I didn't realise it when I asked him, did you have like the little? I've got one here. I've got the little jackets. He said no, they're in a folder, and I thought he meant he's kept them in a folder. But what he sent me is an actual little folder. I mean, how cool is that? I don't think it's an official thing, but I mean, this is just decals and stickers, but that is fucking awesome. So I've kind of been a bit naughty actually and put my games in here as well. But so let me well, you know that one, you've seen that one. So I got off Sean Darius Plus, Fantasy Zone, and as you can see there, Star Soldier. Sorry, Soldier Blade. There's a few of them in the series I've since learnt. And obviously, and there's Blazing Lasers. But those games are fucking... Soldier Blade is fucking immense. Honestly, I cannot... Sure, mate, you fucking hooked me up brilliant. Fantasy Zone, I tell you what, it's not too dissimilar to the Master System version, I must admit. Better sound, a little crisper image. But that fucking Soldier Blade is an absolute boss game. So, again, Horatio Van Basten, Sean, go and check him out. He doesn't do a great deal of videos, but he's one of these guys, like I say, he's one of these undercurrent guys that's there, that you don't realise that he's watching your stuff and he's taking note and stuff like that. But I say, look, I've added extra. So this is going to be like the sort of my PC Engine little Bible now. So Sean, cheers pal, really, really appreciate that. Fucking awesome, love it. I'm guessing it's just like a trading card. I don't know. I'm really curious now as to how this has come about. So, but awesome, absolutely made up. PC Engine's slowly becoming my machine of choice, I must admit. Right, where do we go? eBay. You know where this is going, don't you? You know where this is going. Right. So, I don't just stop at one game. And it's fucking taken over. It's taken over. So, snooping around on eBay, as you do. And to be fair, I spoke to Daz, Holmes Loro, earlier. And obviously for the PC, you're not going to get car boots, you're not going to get charity shops, you're going to get fuck all of that. So you have to go to the bay, you have to go to the flea bay. There's no ifs, buts or maybes, unless you have like wonderful people like Sean and Dal and stuff like that. Equally, there is the old Facebooks. I picked up a few of them games quite cheap on Facebook. These are all eBay. Actually, that one's not. That's a Facebook one. These are all eBay, and I got a good deal on these. I'm pretty sure I did. So I've got these two. Now, I don't know if you're like me. When you sort of see stuff that's on eBay, but it's from a different country, and depending on the country, you always have, I don't know, I always have a preconception of how trustworthy they are. I know it sounds bad, but I do. So I'll elaborate. So when I was doing my Get the Games from the Master System, if I'd seen a game that was safe for sale in Germany, but they were like, you could sort of see it on UK eBay, so they'd sort of enabled themselves to be international, viewable or whatever you call it. But oh yeah, that's okay. But if I seen the same game, say from like Croatia or Romania or something like that, you could be like, fucking hell, I'm gonna get like fucking turned over here, and you tend to sort of veer away from it. That kind of happened with these two. And it's like xenophobia, and I don't hands up, I admit it, but I took a punt because the price was too fucking good not to. And given that this country is actually in the EU, I didn't get stung for customs. So this is one that I mean, I didn't even actually, until I looked at the spine, I didn't realise this was the first one. So I grabbed these two games for what probably amounted to less than 12 quid delivered, I think, give or take ish. PC Engine games. One's a HuCard, one's a CD-ROM. So the one that I picked up, I think I've got this. It was best offer. That was what it was, and I knocked a couple of quid off each one of these. That's why it worked out just over 10 quid. So I got, and did my research a little bit. Admittedly, you know, I'm not like, you know, I'm not no like fucking. I know I'm a bit green to the PC Engine. I'm not that green. So I did my research. This one come up as a must buy for the system, and I paid again £2 or something like that. I think it's £2 and £1.50 postage because I combined them. So I got Prince of Persia. Now obviously it's Japanese, and the only defect is there must have been a sticker for whatever reason that's on the actual insert there. There we go. Now Prince of Persia is, you know, it's been ported to probably more systems than I would care to mention. But this come up as one of the must-haves. Again, I don't think it's text heavy. What I would class now as Western friendly, if that's the right word. So there's that one, and the one I've been after for ages. Well, ages. I shouldn't say that. One of the games that I had my eye on when I picked this up, the PC Engine. I think Stu Ninja Bear Hug was on about this as well, and I seen it and I thought, fuck that, I'm having it, especially for that price. So I didn't realise it is the first HuCard released on the system. So all you engine nuts will know this, but it's Vigilante. And I do like these HuCards. Look, they've got these like stickers at the back, which must obviously say Vigilante or something. And again, the old spine. But inside, the only issue, so it's got the foam. There's like a little bit of, you can see it like residue or whatever. But I mean, fuck me, I'm not going to moan for that. And there's a card and everything. So Vigilante, like I say, Volume 1. They all come in volumes on the PC Engine. I don't think that transcribed across. No, it didn't transcribe across to the CD. I think basically what happened was when the CD come out, I think it just went rampant, and I don't think they could keep up with it. So, well happy with them. And then now though, there's more PC Engine. So I sort of did a sneak peek. So I might be ruining Daz's video at the minute. I've got this one. This was again flagged as a must buy, must have. If you see it, buy it kind of game. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played many of these yet, to be honest, because I'm waiting for my first. I'm going to do like a first impressions gameplay of a lot of them. But this is an iconic iconic game, and the PC Engine has a lot of iconic arcade games. It has its own unique IPs, don't get me wrong, but it has a lot of classic arcade games which are very, very faithful, right? And this is one of them, and it's Outrun. Again, I said this to Ant Sofataku. When I hear him speaking Japanese and he can read Japanese, I fucking hate him. Because I would love to. Honestly, I would love to be that, have that ability. But I'd love to know what that says. I have no idea if that's just a barcode. If it you know, is that just like an equivalent to a game sticker? And I'm keeping it on and thinking, yeah, look at that. And everyone's saying, yeah, it says pre-owned 7,200 yen from like GameStop. And I'm like, yeah, look at that. Look a twat. But once more, there's not much to it. The only obviously the issue you're probably going to have, well, I'm probably going to have, or anyone that collects them, is they look like jewel cases, but obviously the sort of this section here has these little holdalls, so you can't really interchange them a great deal. I would hope, I don't know, again, if that doesn't crack, I could probably replace that with a CD front, but I do tend to find that a lot of PC Engine games, price-wise, they are quite stable. They don't fluctuate too much, and I think it's due to the nature of how they're, you know, obviously being dual cases and stuff like that. So quality-wise, they're all pretty much of a muchness, unless it's loose carts. And again, so you have loose carts, or you tend to have complete copies. You don't tend to get a lot that don't have the insert and just the card or anything weird like that. And there's, you know, not like you do with box games like the SNES and N64. It's kind of a very know where you stand kind of market. That is the sort of value. So you wouldn't expect to pay any more. Right, the last game, I got this for a fucking steal. Absolute steal off eBay. I'll tell you a little bit of a story behind the whole PC Engine thing, and a few people I'd sort of spoke to on here know about this. I had a contact that had a lot of retro stuff for sale, mainly shooters, if you like, on multiple systems, all Jap PS1, Mega Drive, Saturn, PC Engine, you know, all the sort of variants, but all mainly Japanese. And I thought, fucking hell, I'm quids in here. And I've been talking to him, it's via work-ish, if you like. And I thought, you know, I'll be alright. I'm not obviously not out to rip anybody off or anything like that, but I thought, you know, the guy wants to sell. He'd had like 4 candy cabs, and he'd moved them all on. He's into his guitars and all this kind of stuff. And then it got down to nuts and bolts of it. I said, like, send me a list of what you got. Sent me a list over. I sent it to a couple of people on here. They went, oh, yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And they went, and I said, to me, I'm no shoot 'em up expertise or anything. I said, but to me, it sounds like it's above retail. And they went, yeah. They said, to be honest, for what he's asking and for the sort of purchase mechanism, it's not via read, but it's just literally me buying off him. They said it's probably 30% too much, which I agreed with. I said, like, I did a few like quick searches, and because it's Japanese stuff, because it's all shoot 'em ups, you haven't got anything to go on. There's no book value. So even on eBay, even like completely listed, this guy was like 30% more than they sold for. So I went back to him and said, look, you're a little bit too high, etc. Blah 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 blah. And I was interested in one of his PC engines. He had a Core Graphics 2 that had a glitch or an issue with one of the valves or the capacitors, which I was happy to fix anyway. So we to and fro for a couple of weeks, to be honest. He had said he had a couple of more cartridges. He had some loose cartridges. You want to dig them out? I said, yeah, dig them out. Great, because he goes, oh, you know, and then he sent me a list across of what he had. He goes, to be honest, the cartridges you could have for a couple of quid. So I listed some of the cartridges I was interested in, listed the main PC Engine stuff. I said to him, look, I've just picked up a Duo R. I don't need to, don't worry too much about the TurboGrafx 2. What are you asking for these games? And he come back with fucking like 370 quid. He goes, I'll take 25% off and £10 off for postage, so 270 quid. I was like, you got no chance. I was like, fucking what? But it's this stuff, right? That just goes to show you that some people obviously do think that the stuff's worth more than what even it's retailing. Even like, so eBay is like top retail, let's be honest, right? Other than going to, well, actually even bricks and mortar shops tend to be cheaper than eBay because they have to be. So he was above that, and I had to be sort of a bit honest with him and said, look, it's too much. I said I was looking at like 100 odd quid or something like that, you know. There's 100 quid in your Skyrocket. You haven't got all the fees, all the piss boring listing it, packaging it, blah 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 blah. Weren't bothered. And I give an example, and this is what I'm saying about this game here. So he had this game, he had the Japanese version, he had it complete, he was asking £18. He had it £18 for this game, right? I've picked up, now the Japanese game of this is probably a lot less harder to get than the American version. I've noticed that online. That probably goes across a lot of the board for a lot of these PC Engine games. I've noticed that unless they're text heavy, then there's no real difference. And the Japanese version's a lot more. They're there in abundance, give or take, compared to the American version, like the TurboGrafx, right? So this game, he was asking £18 for the Japanese version, which is probably maybe a little bit high even for eBay, given the fact he's not paying any fees, there's no postage. So I'm probably looking to pay tenner-ish, give or take. No, weren't interested. So I was on eBay, I seen this pop up, was like, this was on the best offer, 20 quid, best offer. So I went in there like fucking low ball. There's like £1 postage or something like that. 10 quid. I went, yeah. So I got Bonk's Adventure. In absolute, I mean, considering this is a cardboard, I don't think the Japanese ones don't come like this. The American TurboGrafx do. I mean, it is. Bonks, or PC Kid, is an icon on the PC Engine. Right, there's 3 games in the series. But this is just like, so for 11 quid, and I said it to him, I said, look, I've just bought it. I said, look, I'll give you an example. I said, it wasn't being horrible. I just want to sort of realise that he's probably not really been involved in the market for ages, and he didn't really appreciate the value of stuff. But and the American ones come with a little clip holder for the games. But he just replied back saying, yeah, okay, no problem. Wasn't interested. So there's not a great deal you can do with people like that, is there? Obviously, he knows what he's got to a degree, but he's one of these people that thinks what he's got is more than what he has got, if that makes sense. I said to him, look, I'm not being, you know, you sell it for what it's your shit, man. You do what you want with it, but it's too rich for me. It's too rich. I said I'm happy to sort of sit around and snap up the bargains. I mean, no rush. I said this before. I said it about the Master System. I'll say it about any system. It's retro. It's old. It's fucking. They're 20 years old, 15 years old already. I'm sure 1 or 2 years ain't going to make much difference. I can wait. There's no rush, and I think we have to understand that. You know, when we sort of see these deals, we think, "Oh, I've got to get it now." You haven't. Yeah, you might miss out, but it'll come round again. So, yeah, there was a couple of nice games he had, but they were too expensive. So what I'm going to do is change this because it's boring the piss out of me. I'm going to put some PC Engine stuff on.